Before Nikola Tesla died, he said something that almost no one truly understood at that time. God is frequency, your body is the antenna. And when you hear that today, it might still sound like one of those quotes that feels beautiful, but not fully graspable. And at the same time, there's often this quiet sense that there's something deeper in it, that it's not just words, but a remembrance of something you've always known. Because we were taught something different. We were taught to ask, to hope, to wait. As if somewhere there was someone deciding whether we are worthy or not. Whether we receive what we desire or not. But when you truly go deeper, beyond these concepts and into the essence, your entire perspective begins to shift. And suddenly it becomes clear. God doesn't decide. God resonates. Every tradition that has gone deep enough has arrived at this exact point. Different words, different path, but the same realization. When your body enters a certain state, reality begins to respond. Not as a reward, not because you were good, but because you are in resonance. Like two tuning forks vibrating at the same frequency. You don't have to convince anything. You don't have to prove anything. It simply happens because the frequency matches. This isn't magic. This is physics. This isn't belief, this is a principle. And that's where the real shift happens. Because suddenly it's no longer about what you believe, but what you embody. You don't need a specific belief, a religion, a guru, or anyone standing between you and God. What you need is a body capable of holding that frequency that resonates with the field. And this field, call it whatever you want, God, the universe, source, the quantum field, creative intelligence, it doesn't matter. The name is irrelevant. What matters is that it exists and that it responds, not to your words, not to your wishes, but to your frequency. And now comes the part that changes everything for many people. The separation we always talk about between you and God, between you and Source, it doesn't actually exist. It's an illusion. You are always connected, always. There is no moment where you are not connected. But, and this is the key, if you are not in resonance, you won't feel that connection. It will feel like you are cut off, alone, separated. And from that, so much pain is created. Because we start to believe that we are distant, that we've lost something, that we need to find our way back. But in truth, it was never about distance. It was always about frequency. Take an honest look. Negative thoughts, those heavy inner voices. A victim mindset, feelings of powerlessness, anger, aggression, this constant sense of separation or struggle. All of these are states that carry a dense low frequency. And in that frequency, you cannot come into resonance with what you truly desire. Not because you are being excluded, but because you're simply not on the same wavelength. And that also means you have a choice, always. You decide whether you allow external events to pull you down, whether you let news, opinions, and experiences lower your frequency and make you feel more and more disconnected. Or whether you begin to consciously choose the state you want to be in. Not by suppressing or sugarcoating anything, but by truly taking responsibility for what is moving within you. Because in the end, everything in your life is a matter of resonance. Everything. Your partner, your job, your home, your health, your inner peace. None of it is random. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are in resonance with. And that can be uncomfortable because it means that what is currently in your life has something to do with you. And at the same time, that's exactly where your power lies. Because once you understand this, you realize that you can change it. You are always receiving what you manifest, always. Even when it doesn't look like your vision. And that's the moment not to get frustrated, but to get curious, to look deeper. What is actually running in my subconscious? What do I truly believe about myself, about my life, about what is possible? Because very often we are the ones standing in our own way. Not consciously, but on a deeper level that the mind alone cannot access. And that's exactly why so many people feel stuck, even when they're doing everything right, because the real cause lies deeper. And that's the moment where people like me come in. People who can see beyond these layers, who can feel where the block is and guide you in dissolving it. Not because you need to be fixed, you're not broken, but because you are meant to remember who you truly are and what has been possible for you all along. Because you deserve to live the life you carry within you, without compromise, without making yourself smaller, without constantly thinking you need to become or achieve something to finally arrive. And most importantly, you have a birthright to be loved. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove anything. You are not here to earn love. You are here to remember and to consciously choose your frequency. And the moment you do, you realize you were never separate. Thank you for watching. Seeing you in the next video.